locations, both Saturday and on Sunday. Hope you made it through everything okay at your place. Well, this is cool. This is the first for the season. We've been plowing snow, and look at the big pile up at Timberline Lodge. Actually, we paid someone else to do it. We didn't do it. 18 to 20 inches of new snow at Meadows and Timberline, and it looks like 6 to 7 inches in the base area of Ski Bowl. Now, the passes themselves, Highway 26 is not horrible. It's right about freezing, 32.7 degrees. Some light snow on the roadway, but this temperature will continue to go up, and by noon, this is probably just wet and A-OK. But Santiam, a different story, 29 degrees, absolutely snow-packed. Looks like January up there. So check conditions before you travel today up into the high country. Morning snow showers will taper down into flurries as temperatures rise during the day. First real lull in the action, downtown Portland dry right now. There's more rain, though, between Tillamook and McMinnville, and all of this is pushing off to the east-northeast. So could be another round of rain coming to Portland in the next hour or so. But right now, it's actually pretty quiet after a number of heavy rain showers have been coming in. Some fog. This is a cool look from the Reserve Vineyards and Golf Club in Aloha. That's shallow fog with some rain in the area. 46 degrees out in Aloha. It's also 46 at PDX. 19 out in Burns. This is a mainly sunny day east of the Cascades. Decreasing scattered showers and becoming partly cloudy here on the west side. Futurecast shows this is 9 o'clock. Once we get through 9 a.m., the number of showers quickly dissipates and pretty much goes away. And like I said, we have a pretty good day coming up. So later on, it's going to be mainly just partly cloudy with a spotty shower threat, light winds. Salem 56, Corvallis up to 58. I've got Portland at 56. Impact alert will probably allow that to expire at 9 this morning. And then mainly dry later today. This is rain Tuesday overnight, so a mainly dry day Tuesday. Could be totally out of here by the time we wake up Wednesday. That'd be a dry Wednesday, a sunny Thursday. Dry start Friday, but then rain develops during the day. And of course, that's Halloween into a rainy Friday night for the trick-or-treaters, it looks like, into Saturday. Here's Chris McGinnis.
Rod, we are coming into the crux of the morning commute, and it is very slow out there. The drive from Wilsonville, nearly 40 minutes. The drive from Hillsborough, more than 40 minutes. And it's been almost a 50-minute commute now for the last little while on I-84 westbound from Troutdale. So here's the deal with that. No reports of any crashes on I-84. Just a really slow drive that you can see on the lower right-hand part of your screen. A pair of fender benders on I-205. By my unofficial count, these are numbers 12 and 13 of our Monday morning commute. I-205 southbound running pretty thick to get down to Oregon City. There's the drive near Clackamas. You can see some activity there on the right shoulder. At least one right lane blocked, maybe two, and that's got the 205 South Drive really plugged up on the east side this morning.
Hey, I'm Blair Best, and tonight at 6:30 on The Story, the city of Portland continues to open overnight shelters while at the same time installing barriers and fencing to try and keep homeless camps from popping up in neighborhoods. But is it working? Watch The Story tonight live at 6:30 on KGW or anytime on our TV app, KGW+. Have a great morning, and I'll see you tonight.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
The Montevilla Farmers Market is finding creative ways to keep kids excited about eating local produce, even as it gets colder outside. The market launched its annual Power of Produce, or POP Club program on Sunday. The program gives kids a chance to taste test winter fruits and vegetables, and in return, they get Pop Bucks tokens to spend on more produce grown by local farmers. The POP Club runs every other Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Montevilla Farmers Market in Southeast Portland.
KGW Great Toy Drive will begin next week, so that means this week is your last chance to sign up as a collection site. If you're a local business or organization, maybe you're hosting a holiday event or a work party, all of you can help us out. Go to kgw.com/toy, and when you sign up, we will send you the official Great Toy Drive collection kit.
Coming up at 8 o'clock, we are continuing to track a KGW weather impact alert this morning. The impacts that we're seeing for your morning commute right now, plus the damage from storms over the weekend.
Also next hour, Congress says it wants to hear from the NBA by this Friday over the gambling investigation that led to the arrest of Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups. The latest on that story coming your way at 8:30.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
Coming up on just a minute shy of 8 o'clock, and for the first time we've got a lull in the action here in downtown Portland this morning. In fact, it's partly cloudy over the city right now. More rain though off to our southwest coming inland. You can see it. I just moved the radar so you can't see it, but there's more rain coming this direction. So Portland's probably not done with the rain yet, but things look to be finally quieting down. We have the impact alert up through 9 o'clock this morning for these heavy showers that have already slowed the morning commute. 45 currently. Later today, all dry for the most part, partly cloudy and 56.
Rod, it's been a really busy morning out there on the roads with residual rain and whatnot. This is, I've lost count of which number fender bender this is, maybe 13 or 14 seriously this morning. This is I-205 up near Lombard right now. You can see a truck involved and some other cars over in the shoulder. And then just the right lane of northbound 205 getting by. So traffic very quickly stacking up around that. Freeway drive times are really, really slow this morning.
Right now on KGW Plus, it is a wet morning for many across the region as heavy showers continue. Coming up, the impacts to your morning commute. We're already seeing and the latest on today's weather impact alert.
We saw plenty of wild weather over the weekend. Strong winds and rain left tens of thousands of people without power. We'll take a look at the damage and just how many people are still without power this morning.
Then a suspicious fire breaks out at a home of a Portland City councilor. What officials are saying about the investigation, and later.
Well, we love the Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead is my favorite band, as many of us do like this. We're obviously Duck fans, lifelong, multi-generational. This is a cross collection of everything that we love, so our worlds have collided on this weekend.
The Oregon Ducks paid tribute to the Grateful Dead by becoming the Grateful Ducks. We're going to take a look back at the U of O's tie-dye filled game against Wisconsin on Saturday as we kick off the 8 o'clock hour of Sunrise right now. We start the 8 o'clock hour of Sunrise with this live look from our Wells Fargo Skycam looking out over Portland.
We are tracking the latest on today's weather impact alert and the impacts to your morning commute as heavy rains continue across the region. Thank you for joining us live at 8 o'clock. I'm Shining Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. I'll tell you who knows about the weather. These two guys, Chris McGinnis on standby. Rod, we go to you first for a look at today's forecast.
Thank you. Good morning to you on a Monday. For the first time now in the 8 o'clock hour, for the first time this morning since I came in, we've got a lull in the action over downtown Portland and actually partly cloudy. Notice much of the northwest is dry. You get south of the Willamette Valley, it's dry. You get up over the Cascades, it's all dry. Here's the latest radar. We're still looking at this area of rain, which is starting to work up over the Coast Range into Yamhill County. But downtown Portland is dry. We have snow down to 3,000 feet. And it looks like, although there could be some more showers in the next hour, it's starting to look like things are finally beginning to wind down after what has been a good 4 hours of heavy showers just coming and going. There's the beautiful live camera down in Salem. There's the live camera looking at the Moda Center. Portland's at 45. So the impact alert will likely expire 1 hour from now at 9 o'clock. After that, showers will continue to become fewer in number, eventually just mainly dry and 56 degrees. But I know the rain has made a mess of things, Chris.
Rod, this is our 14th or 15th crash or fender bender of the morning commute thus far. I've literally lost count, but right now we take you live to Northeast, or I-205, I should say, near Northeast Prescott. Just north of there's a crash involving what looks like a semi and then another car on the right shoulder. Portland police have the left 2 lanes blocked off at this point, so only 1 lane getting by here, and traffic is quickly stacking up. Again, this is I-205 northbound. I think that's Sandy Boulevard right there, so you can see we're really starting to back things up on that side of town. The freeway drive is not pretty out there this morning. Although the rain is improving in a lot of cases, the drive is very, very thick. There's the Banfield right there down below at the lower right-hand part of your screen. The drive in from Troutdale, it's been a while since we've seen it this thick. 52 minutes, almost an hour just to get you in from Troutdale to the I-5 split. Highway 26 in from Hillsborough is elevated, and the I-5 drive from Wilsonville, guys, that's up over 40 minutes now for the first time this morning. Back to you.
Wow, thank you, Chris. And we are continuing to track breaking news this morning in North Portland. Portland fire crews are on the scene of a fire at Dropwood Recycling on North Lombard Street. The fire department posted on X that the fire involves wood pallets. They upgraded this incident to a 2-alarm fire due to heavy conditions, but say it is now under control and no one was hurt.
Storms over the weekend caused a lot of power outages around the area. Pacific Power said it had more than 200 crews out on Saturday alone working to restore people's power. That work paid off. Pacific Power reporting no outages this morning. PGE story getting a little bit better this morning as well. Earlier today, just about a few hours ago, there were more than 800 outages across the area, but that number is down to just 20. The peak for PGE they said was Saturday afternoon when nearly 40,000 customers had no power. Corbett Fire, meanwhile, shared these photos of down power lines on Saturday. Southeast Gordon Creek Road was shut down from Trout Creek Road to the county line, so crews could work to make that stretch safe again for drivers.
And check out these images shared on social media by the Longview Fire Department. They say that they responded to multiple incidents of downed trees and power lines across town over the weekend. In one instance, a large tree fell on a home. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
An outdoor Halloween event south of Tacoma over the weekend turned deadly when a tree fell on top of several booths. This happened at the Haunted Witches Market in the town of Roy. A 31-year-old man died and 6 other people were trapped under the tree. 3 of them had to go to the hospital.
Sounded like lightning, and then the tree fell and everyone started screaming, started running.
Organizers say they've held previous events on days that were rainier and windier without any issues.
Portland fire officials are investigating a possible case of arson after the home of City Councilor Candace Avalos was set on fire early Sunday morning. Avalos says that she woke up to her home, car, and carport on fire.
Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz is covering this story for us this morning. So Thomas, what else do we know at this point?
Well, guys, Portland Fire and Rescue says that the fire happened around 2:40 Sunday morning. They're investigating this as an arson, though thankfully nobody was injured. When Portland firefighters arrived on scene, they say that they found several cars and the home on fire. City Councilor Candace Avalos tells us she's thankful for the quick action from the firefighters. She was able to get out safely with her cat, Valentino. Avalos is being supported by neighbors, friends, and loved ones, she says, while she figures out what comes next. Mayor Keith Wilson and the rest of the City Council put out a statement as well, saying, quote, "As public servants, we each step forward to serve Portland, and today we stand united in support of our colleague. We are working closely with Councilor Avalos to provide her with the resources and security she needs." Once again, Portland Fire and Rescue is investigating this as an arson case right now. Anybody with any information about this or how this fire started is urged to contact them. Drew, China.
All right, Thomas Schultz live for us this morning on that story. We're also following deputies in Clark County who are looking for the person who shot and killed a man in the parking lot of an apartment complex in Northeast Vancouver. Investigators say the man was found dead in the front seat of a car parked near this complex near Northeast 19th Avenue and 94th Street. This was just before 8 o'clock yesterday morning. Witnesses say they saw two men wearing masks going back and forth between the victim's car and a red Lexus before they finally took off and headed south on I-5. Deputies are looking for a dark red Lexus ES350 with a shattered rear window and rear end damage.
Police in Vancouver are looking for a man that they say assaulted a woman jogging Sunday morning. So just after 7 a.m., the woman told police that a man on a bike rode up to her where she was jogging on Southeast 99th Avenue in Vancouver. She says that he knocked her to the ground and assaulted her. She was able to fight him off, but he got away on his bike. They are looking for a younger man who was wearing black jeans and a gray hoodie.
All right, here's a live look at the Cayman Islands now. We want to get to Rod Hill in just a moment, but definitely want to update you on Hurricane Melissa. So this shot courtesy of EarthCam. Melissa is moving west at this point. It's a Category 5 hurricane this morning. It's already claimed at least 4 lives in the Caribbean. The storm already bringing catastrophic flash flooding, life-threatening landslides, and extremely strong winds across much of the Caribbean. It's also projected to be the strongest storm ever recorded in Jamaica. Some areas of the eastern island could be inundated with up to 40 inches of rain, more than some areas of the country typically get in a year.
And Rod, you are tracking this on your end as well.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, it looks impressive on the satellite picture, which is not good news. Here's the eye of the storm, the little dot, actually a pretty big dot. Category 5 storm, latest, the winds right around this dot, right around the eye, that's where the winds are being measured, sustained at 165 miles per hour, Category 5. Less than 100 miles away from the southern shore of Jamaica. The general discussion, Drew mentioned, could be 40 inches of rain. The general discussion calling for 15 to 30 inches of rain, isolated 14 inches, 13 feet storm surge above the ground coming in. So this absolutely is expected to be catastrophic for Jamaica at this point. Now, the storm is going to start turning back more this way. It is not expected right now to hit the U.S. mainland. In fact, it's expected to stay quite a ways out. So we'll see. That's Melissa, Category 5 storm. We haven't seen this fall. We've got big piles of snow that have been shoveled out of the parking lot at Timberline. 18 to 20 inches of snow have fallen at Meadows and Timberline resorts. We've got 6 to 7 inches on the ground in the base area of Ski Bowl. Here's Government Camp. The road kind of slushy and messy, 33 degrees. Rising temperatures, improving conditions there expected during the day. First lull in the action this morning over Portland, where we're completely dry. But this area of rain outside of McMinnville is starting to show signs of intensifying again. So this could zip up through Newburgh and zip up into Portland yet. So I think it's too early to say Portland's done with the rain. But the number of showers already starts to seem to be decreasing. And again, mainly dry weather with a spotty shower chance coming later this afternoon. All wet, all rain at 1,500 feet. That's a Mount Hood, Oregon resort up in Welches. The snow level this morning is at 3,000 feet. Later today, it's a sunny day, central and eastern areas of our state, but cool. Then you got the decreasing showers here on the west side. Later today, mainly dry and 56 degrees for Portland. There's rain tomorrow overnight, and there's rain coming in Halloween Day. A reminder that this Wednesday of this week, in the 6:45 and 8:45 hours here on Sunrise, I will have my winter outlook. I just wrapped up the graphics and the research over the weekend. There's one month that is favorable for a 6 to 8 inch snow event or more. I think confidence is high. We're going to get more snow this winter than we did last winter. We'll also get into what the temperature patterns are, what the snow pattern is going to be over the Cascades. That's coming up this Wednesday on Sunrise. Chris?
Always good information, Rod. Thank you for that. It has been a rough Monday morning commute. Unofficially, my count now up to about 15 fender benders across the freeway system. Fender benders or more serious crashes. The latest trouble spot is right here, I-205 northbound, just past Sandy Boulevard. A crash that has at least 2 lanes right now blocked. Portland police on the scene here. They've got what looks like the northbound left and center lane blocked. It's right there off in the distance. There's a semi over on the shoulder as well. And you can see the northbound commute right now not moving at all on that side of town. It's lined up actually back towards Interstate 84. Speaking of the Banfield at I-84, this is the first time this morning we've seen it this bad. 60 minutes now, the drive in from Troutdale. I don't have any reports of crashes at this point on I-84 westbound. It is just, as you can see, an exceedingly slow morning commute on that side of town. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Chris.
This is a cross collection of everything that we love, so our worlds have collided on this weekend.
The tie-dye, the football game, and the Grateful Dead. Coming up here on Sunrise, how Oregon turned Autzen Stadium into a colorful celebration on Saturday. Then later.
President Trump is in Japan this morning in a trip to Asia focused on trade. I'm Alice Barr in Washington. Coming up, the breakthrough in negotiations that could bring a critical trade deal between the U.S. and China.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Well, after playing their first 11 games on the road, the Winterhawks are back home in a new renovated Memorial Coliseum. Improvements to the arena include new seats and new dasher boards with LED screens around the rink. The Hawks won their first home game of the season there on Saturday, but they could not make it back-to-back home wins yesterday. They fell to Victoria on Sunday, 3-2 the final score. The Winterhawks' next game is also at home this Friday night against Prince George. The Oregon Ducks setting the tone for Saturday's tie-dye celebration in Eugene, riding in on that VW bug. It was Grateful Ducks Day at Autzen Stadium, honoring the Grateful Dead who played at Autzen 10 times between 1974 and 1994. There was also a football game on that wet, sloppy Saturday. The Ducks beat a Wisconsin team that hasn't been very good at all this year. Final score on Saturday was 21-7. Oregon has a bye this week before they visit Iowa on Saturday, November 8th.
WNBA star Cameron Brink was back home in Beaverton at her alma mater, Mountainside High School, for her annual Next 22 basketball camp. This year's camp, fourth year, with the help of family and friends. 50 middle school girls from across the state were invited to the free one-day camp for a chance to learn work on their game and to have some more fun. For Brink, it's all about paying it forward and inspiring the next generation to reach for the stars.
I think sports are just so important for young girls, especially to stay involved in, for their confidence, for their team building skills, everything. Know that they're loved, that I'm supporting the girls of Oregon. You know, the game has done so much for me, and so it's, you know, it feels like a duty almost of mine to give back and to pour back into this community. But there's so much young, promising talent coming out of this state, so I just hope people keep a watch out.
And Brink says she is happy to be back on the court, recovering from that devastating knee injury, playing in 19 games last season. But she's heading into season 3 with the LA Sparks.
She can dribble. Look at that. I mean, really good, right? Mic in one hand, the ball in the other.
Yeah.
Getting fancy.
Multitasking is what she's doing there.
Yeah, I was never good at that.
Me neither.
You?
One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Oh, look at that. You could probably chew and walk gum or chew gum. See, I can't even spit. I can't even speak.
Oh my! Do you have a stroke?
Wow, geez, that's a little bit of a serious indictment there.
It's got to be weather time. I mean, it's got to be weather time. Yes, Brian, let's go to the weather maps. Our director, Brian Matthews. It does appear that the impact alert will expire at 9 o'clock as expected this morning. There's still shower activity out there, but overall things are starting to quiet down. Not as many showers, not as many downpours, but boy, Chris is coming up, and we have had a mess on the roadways from what has been just numerous heavy rain cells coming and going so far this morning, absolutely slowing things down. But we will go on to see improving weather during the day today. Here's what the radar is showing. Notice all dry, in fact, mainly sunny today, central and eastern areas of our state, all dry south of the Willamette Valley. Been some shower activity up around Astoria, but not much. Most of this rain's been coming in right where it is here, south of Tillamook, riding up into McMinnville, and moving up into Portland. And notice that's some heavy rains. We could still see a shot or so, some big-time downpours moving in yet this morning. The blue up on Mount Hood is snow down to 3,000 feet. Here's this rain starting to crawl over the coast range. There's Sheridan now just starting to get into it, and Willamina is starting to get into the rain right now as well. Pretty shot from the Vancouver, the Springs at the waterfront camera. You can see some breaks in the clouds with the rising sun to the east. Currently dry, 46, not much wind. Temperatures 39 now up in Kelso where it's dry and partly cloudy as well. 39 out in the Dalles, mainly dry weather today expected. 24 in Baker City, and 18 is actually one of the colder temperatures on the mornings that I've been working this fall. Down in Burns, you folks will see highs hold in the 40s after your chilly start. Here's a look at Futurecast coming up on the top of the hour, 9 o'clock. Still showers in the area, but seeing fewer showers, and by the time we get into the afternoon, there's still a spotty shower threat, but mainly dry weather becoming today with light winds and partly cloudy skies. Now, we have some clouds tomorrow. This shows a chance in the morning up around Astoria. Here shows an evening rain chance increasing along the coast, and then overnight, what time is this? Midnight. This is midnight tomorrow night getting into Wednesday. Here's our next weather system. Starts off with some heavy rain, moves through the Portland area. That looks to be less than 1/4 of an inch, and current timing would suggest that is out of here by Wednesday morning. So once we quiet down today, we're mainly dry during the day tomorrow. We got rain tomorrow night, and then we're mainly dry on Wednesday and Thursday. So there's some nice weather coming up this week. 56 today, the spotty PM showers, the things quiet down, the light west winds. Here's the 7-day. There's the rain again, mainly overnight Tuesday. I've got 60 tomorrow, 60 Wednesday. Thursday, east winds looks to be gorgeous and sunny right from the get-go, 61. And then Halloween, the timing on when rain arrives is kind of up in the air. It looks like we're at least starting off dry. It looks like rain chances are likely by the time we get into the trick-or-treat hours of the evening. I've got rain at times Saturday and then sun and scattered showers Sunday. If Saturday turns out to be really wet, which I think is at least a possibility, Chris, this will be our 4th weekend in a row of more rain than not.
Time to research the record books for that, right? Yeah. All right. The morning, we're not setting any speed records here for sure. I-5 right now is about a 30-minute commute southbound from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge. Now, here's the deal with that. Most of that traffic now has made its way onto the Oregon side of the Interstate Bridge, but once you do, this is what it looks like up near the Expo Center. I-84 has been terrible this morning. Westbound, I don't have any reports of crashes, but man, we've been averaging about 55 minutes or so for the last little while. That's the inbound commute from Troutdale. And then last but not least, and we've lost count of the number of crashes or fender benders that we've had this morning. This is another one, I-205 up near Killingsworth, just north of. You can see police still have part of that on-ramp blocked, and it looks like the northbound right lane blocked. Traffic is backed up about 3 miles right now on 205 northbound. Look at this. This is back towards Gleason. It's puttering along at about 6 or 8 miles an hour, guys. We'll keep you posted.
Thank you, Chris.
I think we're going to have a good deal with China, and they want to make a deal.
President Trump touches down at Japan as his Asia tour takes a turn towards trade talks with China. Next on Sunrise, what the White House is saying about a possible deal.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
President Trump is in Japan this morning for the next stop on his 3-country tour of Asia.
That's all leading up to a highly anticipated meeting with China's president over a critical trade deal. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest.
President Trump arriving in Japan this morning for the second leg of his Asia tour. The trip set to culminate in a meeting Thursday in South Korea with Chinese President Xi Jinping amid an apparent breakthrough in high-stakes trade talks.
I think we're going to have a good deal with China, and they want to make a deal.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on NBC's Meet the Press announcing a framework for a trade deal to avoid President Trump's threatened 100% tariff increase on Chinese imports to the U.S.
I believe we've reached a very substantial framework that will avoid that and allow us to discuss many other things with the Chinese.
Inking a deal would help to wind down the trade war between the world's 2 biggest economies, while at the same time tensions ratcheting up with one of America's closest allies.
Canada has been ripping us off for a long time. One of the most difficult countries to deal with has been Canada.
President Trump doubling down on slapping an additional 10% tariff on goods coming in from Canada because of an anti-tariff Government of Ontario TV ad featuring segments edited from a 1987 radio address by President Reagan.
America's jobs and growth are at stake.
The ad ran during the World Series over the weekend, but Ontario's premier says it will stop today. No meeting over the weekend when Canada's Prime Minister and President Trump were both in Malaysia for a trade summit, leaving a mixed picture on trade as American businesses and consumers wait for the impact on prices at home. While keeping Canada at arm's length for now, President Trump left the door open to meeting with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un and potentially extending his trip to accommodate that. He also said he would visit China's president in Beijing next year and would host him at the White House or Mar-a-Lago in the future. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Here's a look at some other national and world headlines with your morning rush. Hurricane Melissa is now a Category 5 storm as it moves towards Jamaica. It's already brought catastrophic, life-threatening floods, landslides, and extremely strong winds to much of the Caribbean. When it hits Jamaica, it's projected to be the strongest storm ever there. Some parts of the island could see up to 40 inches of rain. French police arrested 2 men in connection with the jewelry heist at the Louvre in Paris. Authorities say one suspect was actually caught at the airport trying to leave the country. Investigators are still searching for other people involved, as well as the stolen crown jewels worth more than $100 million. And some crazy video here from Oklahoma. Take a look at that. Is not fake. That is a real plane narrowly missing a car driving down a road in Oklahoma City. Authorities say it was an Oklahoma National Guard plane that had to make an emergency landing right there, right then, because of engine failure. Thankfully, no one was hurt. And that's a look at your morning rush.
Coming up in our next half hour, with Medicaid facing cuts, some new federal funding could be on its way to Oregon to help for health care in more remote parts of the state. Plus,
we just got to push down. It's just like life, and you fight through it. It's a Rip City. I mean, it's what we're here for. We're the heart of it.
Blazer fans still showing support for the team after last week's arrest of head coach Chauncey Billups. More on how the team and its fans are rebounding from the news.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
Good morning, I'm Drew Carney. We are tracking a weather impact alert for heavy showers this morning. But before we get to that, we're going to tell you about this. An investigation is underway into what authorities are calling a suspicious fire at the home of Portland City Councilor Candace Avalos. Yesterday morning, firefighters found several unoccupied cars and the home of Candace Avalos on fire. She says she was home but was able to escape along with her cat. All right, Rod, let's talk about that weather impact alert.
And I think for the first time this morning, Drew, speaking specifically of downtown Portland, things are really beginning to quiet down. But enough heavy shower activity at the commute Chris has been reporting on all morning has really slowed and been a mess at times. Still some showers coming in now, moving toward McMinnville. So I'm not saying the rain is over, but right now a good dry bubble over the city. And I think we'll lift the impact alert at 9 o'clock this morning. These showers are starting to become fewer in number as expected. There's the view of partly cloudy skies currently looking to the east from the Wells Fargo camera. Temperature is 45. Later today, mainly dry, light winds, partly cloudy, and 56 degrees.
Good morning, and we are taking a live look out from our Rose City Skycam. We are continuing to see heavy showers across the Portland metro area after a storm has battered the region over the weekend, though that looks actually pretty nice right now.
Now wait a minute here.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
What's going on?
Weather impact alert for a nice clear sky?
Isn't that crazy? Now remember, we had the impact alert up through the morning commute hours at 9 o'clock. And it looks like it's going to be dropped at 9 o'clock this morning because of what you just saw and what you see here on the radar. We thought showers could be strong through about 9. After that, we would quickly start to see decreasing numbers of them. We're already starting to see things quiet down, but there's still a pretty good shot of rain coming into McMinnville. So the rain chance is not over. There's McMinnville, and the rain shower is just about ready to move in. But currently downtown is partly cloudy. This is so pretty. Look at the fall colors from our Salem sky camera. Partly cloudy here too, as we're now in the first bit of the day that's starting to calm. 45 is the number. There's I-5 looking up over the Moda Center, 45 as well. Our impact alert going to be expiring at 9 o'clock. Things are quieting later today, mainly dry and 56 degrees. By the way, snowing down to 3,000 feet over the Cascades this morning. So be prepared for winter traveling conditions early this morning, improving conditions there in the high country this afternoon as well. And then it's a mostly sunny day in central and eastern Oregon, but it will be cool. I mean, Burns has been down to 18 this morning. You'll be in the mid-40s this afternoon. And then the coast and the valley, generally mid-50s, with the day becoming generally dry with a spotty shower chance at best later today. The next rain is really Tuesday overnight. That means dry during the day tomorrow, mainly dry during the day Wednesday, a sunny Thursday, and it still looks like a system will be moving in during the PM hours of Halloween on Friday. That would lead to likely rain Friday evening for the trick-or-treat hours. That's your update for now. Here's Chris. Oh, by the way, I'm going to tell you about my winter outlook. That's my name on top of the graphic, Rod. We'll do this at 6:45 and 8:45 on Wednesday. I just finished up my work over the weekend. I've got an idea of how much snow we're going to get. I think it'll be more than last winter, what month that's likely going to fall, what the outlook is for Mount Hood ski resorts this winter, what the temperature projections are, all of that coming up Wednesday, because my name is Rod Hills, the graphic says. All right, here's Chris.
All right, Rod, that is always very, very interesting to hear the culmination of that work. All right, this morning we've, of course, had the weather impact alert because of the expected traffic impacts for starters. We've lost count of the number of fender benders that we've had so far this morning, on the order of maybe 14 or 15 crashes or fender benders. Here's the latest one, I-205 near Northeast Lombard. You can see traffic is still really slow getting around that. In fact, we're backed up about 4 miles to Northeast Division Street right now on I-205 northbound. So that is one of our latest really slow spots on the freeway. Elsewhere, as I show you the lineup here on I-205, that is not pretty. Also, the I-5 commute through North Portland still pretty thick up near the Expo Center. 26 minutes in total to get you in from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge. And I-84, there's something that's hanging up the drive in the Hollywood District. Guys, I don't have eyes on it, but the drive has been very slow this morning. Somewhere in the neighborhood of about 55 minutes to get you in from Troutdale right now.
Yeah, don't know the problem, but we know the result right there, Chris. Thank you very much for that. We also want to get back to this story this morning as we continue to monitor the ICE facility in South Portland and the ongoing protests outside the building. Portland police tell us they made 2 arrests there last night for harassment. Now, we saw a smaller crowd on Saturday, but police say they still arrested 3 people that day, including 2 accused of repeatedly blocking traffic. We're also still waiting for updates on the possible deployment of the National Guard here to Portland. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has put its ruling, the one permitting troops, on hold while it determines whether a larger panel of judges should hear the case. Meanwhile, the judge here in Portland, Judge Karen Immerget, is now also weighing whether to lift a second temporary restraining order. And while she indicated a decision could come by today, that could also be pushed back given what's going on with the Ninth Circuit.
Police are investigating a shooting in southeast Portland that left 1 person dead. Around 5:45 Saturday evening, police responded to the intersection of Southeast 142nd and Division. When they arrived, they found a man injured. He died in the hospital, or died in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. The suspect or suspects involved left the scene before officers arrived. No one has been arrested.
In Gresham, one person was hurt after a shooting Saturday morning in the parking lot of a strip club on Southeast Stark Place in 175th, or Southeast Stark and 175th Place. By the time officers arrived, the suspects had left and the victim was taken to the hospital.
In Kaiser, a 20-year-old man is expected to survive after he was shot in the chest while his apartment was being robbed. This happened around 9:40 Friday night on McGee Court Northeast off Country Glen Avenue. The victim was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. Officers have not yet identified a suspect. The investigation is ongoing.
President of OHSU says he's hopeful billions of dollars will come to Oregon through a new federal grant as Medicaid faces deep cuts.
Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz breaks down what this grant program could mean for Oregon.
Well, this money is for rural health care, which has deteriorated as doctors have moved more towards specializations and away from general care. Once that happens, more doctors are likely to work in cities like Portland and more urban areas. Over the past few years, we've seen rural health clinics close in our areas in places like Welch's, Sheridan, and Lincoln City, leaving thousands of people without a doctor nearby. The Trump administration is spearheading a new program which would provide $50 billion in funding for rural communities. The money is meant to provide sustainable access to care and attract and retain healthcare workers. It's also intended to spark technology innovation. OHSU President Dr. Sharif El-Nahal says he hopes that funding can be used here in Oregon, and adds he hopes political rifts between the Trump administration and Oregon's Democratic government don't get in the way.
Oregon is a state that has a lot of rural residing people, and so we believe that we will qualify on the merits for some of that funding. Now, exactly what amount that will be and how the Oregon Health Authority will ultimately disperse that is an open question.
Those are all questions El-Nahal says he hopes are answered as soon as possible. He says it's still unclear how soon money could come to Oregon. At OHSU, Thomas Schultz, KGW News.
There's nothing more important to the league and its fans than the integrity of the competition. And so I had a pit in my stomach.
That was NBA Commissioner Adam Silver speaking out for the first time since the FBI arrested Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups and dozens of others on gambling charges. Meanwhile, a bipartisan group of lawmakers in Congress says it wants to hear from the NBA's commissioner about those charges. The FBI arrested 34 people altogether last Thursday, including Billups. He's indicted in connection with 2 separate federal gambling investigations. 6 members of Congress asked Adam Silver to provide them with a briefing by this Friday. That group is also asking Silver to explain the actions the league intends to take to, number 1, limit inside information being used for illegal purposes, to evaluate whether the NBA's code of conduct for players and coaches effectively prohibits illegal activity, and also to outline whether and how the league is reevaluating its existing partnerships with sports betting companies.
Meantime, Blazers fans are still reeling from Billups' arrest last week. The day after his arrest, fans came out to the Moda Center to watch the Blazers take on the Warriors under interim head coach Tiago Splitter. They say that they wanted to show their support.
We love our Blazers, and so no matter what happens, we got to be here for them.
I'm here for the team, not a certain individual.
I think Chauncey Billups is gone, and I can't think of him right now. I've got to think of the Blazers. I hope he has good family, good lawyers.
Billups' attorney shared a statement denying the allegations. He said Billups would not jeopardize his Hall of Fame legacy, his reputation, and his freedom for anything, let alone a card game.
Found trouble.
All I got to say to that, Chris, is
That's right.
And you got to get to your story.
It's been that kind of a morning drive, too. A rough morning commute out there. We pick it up on the Banfield. So this is what has been causing the trouble. It looks like a disabled semi just west of the Hollywood district here, and traffic is still really thick all the way back out to 82nd Avenue. So we found the trouble, and that's why we are lined up about 3.5 to 4 miles right now out towards and past 82nd Avenue at this point. Your drive-in from Troutdale is still averaging more than 50 minutes on I-84 westbound. Not to be outdone, Highway 26 and I-5 from Wilsonville are not in great shape this morning. Again, we've had a number of crashes or fender benders out there. I honestly lost count, on the order of 15, 16 crashes or fender benders. The latest one just cleared I-205 northbound near Lombard. That's the good news. We're starting to flush out the backup on I-205 as well. But guys, it has been a rough morning. So for all the bosses and managers out there wondering where everybody is, they might be a little bit late this morning. So I'm giving you a hall pass. Back to you.
Thank you, Chris. Storms this weekend brought down trees and fences and even caused a water spout off the coast. Coming up on Sunrise, we're taking a look at the damage.
Hey, with the holidays coming up, so many of you writing to me saying, I need new luggage, but I don't want to break the bank on it because who wants to spend so much money on luggage, right? Well, I found the answer. It's this Mirage ABS 3-piece luggage set. Really cool because you get the big one, the big check luggage, then you get the medium, then you get the carry-on size too. And you can see ABS, what is it? It's basically a hard plastic, very durable. It's inexpensive, but it ain't cheap, okay? If you know what I mean. It's good stuff. It's water resistant. There's a combination to lock on these too, which I really like. You can use it or not use it. And this is the other really cool thing. Let me just stand up for a minute. So it comes up like this. These roll really well. You know how a lot of these, like after a couple of uses, you're back to doing this? This works and works and works. And watch how it rolls. Ready? I mean, just real easy. Well, it hit my son's sneakers, but that thing will just keep on going. And there's something else I want to show you as well. It comes in, you know, different styles. You got the zebra right over here. And it nests inside, right, which is cool. So you have that, big one, medium one, small one. This is for kids. Look, it's an eye mask and it doubles as a pillow as well. So the 3-piece luggage set for you today, it's normally $399.99. Today, $199.99. That's 50% off for the 3-piece luggage set. And for these as well, nearly 50% off. Just scan the QR code on the screen or go to shoptvdeals.com.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
Saturday's stormy weather caused widespread damage across the area and lots of power outages.
KGW's Jake Holter got a look at the damage and spoke with people who saw the power of the storm firsthand.
Trees falling down, fences ripped up, and even a water spout. Saturday's storm bringing high winds to the Pacific Northwest.
We were seeing some wind speeds around 60 miles an hour in Astoria, and then some of our windier spots. And then inland, we were closer to about 40 miles an hour. But it was really pocketed. So if you had a shower that moved through, you had those gusty outflow winds.
Those winds even knocking a tree into a house in Albany and uprooting trees in Longview and Dodge Park. Teresa Lynch down in Lebanon watched from her window as a tree near her house was ripped apart.
Part of the tree actually came off with some of the branches. And so the mark in the tree is probably about 20 to 20 feet long. And the branches, when they fell, they took a whole lane of traffic.
And on the coast in Ocean Park, a small waterspout appeared in the Pacific.
It was pretty cool. And, cool because it was offshore and didn't hurt anybody.
Shannon Mickey sharing her experience with the storm.
It started blowing our furniture around on the porch. So we just pulled everything in, but we had a couple trees down on Sand Ridge, and we had, I think there was a tree on Pacific, which is the main road up to where we're at. Power went out.
National Weather Service meteorologist Rebecca Muesley explains the importance of residents sending in damage reports if they are affected at all by storms.
When we get our reports from the public, we're able to not only verify our warnings, but also map where the damage was. Then when we have a similar weather pattern that comes in, we can go back to the events that we've had, determine how much damage we could have, and then that really helps shape future forecasts.
Jake Holter, KGW News.
Guarantee as a forecaster, including the good folks of the Weather Service, when you get that report that comes in that verifies, because you have criteria, you need winds this much to have the wind warning in play or the wind advisory. When that report comes in that verifies it, it's like, give me a pizza. Because as a forecaster, you're happy that things verify.
Oh, bar's low.
Well, just before we saw your face, there was the weather impact alert graphic, but we're dialing it back for this morning now.
So we had the alert up through 9 o'clock this morning for good reason. The heavy showers definitely messed with the morning commute. We thought the showers would be winding down starting at about 9 o'clock this morning. Well, they've already winded down. So I'm not telling you it's a dry day moving forward, but the numerous downpours coming and going that we dealt with early this morning, that has ended. And now we're in a nice little dry lull. So the impact alert is over. And today we'll just continue to see gradually improving weather. Meanwhile, talk about fall peak colors. It's gorgeous, our state capital. Looking at the mall there, 45 degrees, partly cloudy. Still snowing up at Timberline. Look at the mounds of snow. Good grief. 18 to 20 inches, Meadows and Timberline. I think Ski Bowl's base down at Government Camp has about 6 inches or so of new snow. 27 is early morning number. Snow level is 3,000 feet. The snow will be tapering off into flurries and the temperatures will be rising. And already we're seeing improving conditions over Highway 26 at Government Camp. It's just above freezing, 32.7. Temperatures here should get up to 40 degrees today. That will become just increasingly wet. Now, Santiam is still pretty snow covered at 29 degrees. So check conditions, but improving weather over the Cascades as well. I lifted the impact alert. Here's why. Look at this, nice and quiet in Portland. Now, we're not totally dry yet. There's more rain. In fact, raining coming into McMinnville right now. But the heavy rain rates are starting to dissipate as well. So the showers are going to become fewer and fewer. The heavy downpours may be over soon, the chance of that. Right now, we're not seeing any of that on radar. Here's some partly cloudy skies along the north coast as well. That's Gerhardt by the Seas camera looking back at Tillamook Head and Seaside. So a nice morning there. And we have some breaks in the cloud cover from the Vancouver, the Springs to the waterfront camera. And you can tell by the Columbia that there's no wind. Water's pretty glassy. 46 is the temperature. And here's partly cloudy skies over Portland looking north of I-5 by the Moda Center. 45. Everybody has light winds. 39 in Kelso, dry, partly cloudy. 18 out in Burns. This will be a mostly sunny day east of the Cascades, including Bend, including Pendleton. And the coast, like the valley, decreasing scattered showers, becoming calmer or lighter showers as the day goes on as well. Here's 9 o'clock this morning. Look how things just kind of peter out. Here's 5 o'clock this afternoon. This does show a spotty shower later today, but mainly dry weather. So we'll call it spotty PM showers, light winds, and partly cloudy skies. 56 in Salem, not a bad day. Portland the same, 56. So the next rain looks to be primarily for the valley overnight tomorrow night. That's a dry Tuesday. Rain overnight. It could be out of here by the time you get up Wednesday morning. If that's the case, we'd have a dry Wednesday day as well. Thursday, for one day, we pick up an east wind and we have sunny skies. And then right now, current timing, and the timing on this next Friday, Saturday rain system is kind of suspect, but it looks like a dry start to Friday, then rain develops. It would be a rainy night for Halloween. Yeah. All right, it is birthday time. All right, today's party starts with Helena, who is 4 today. Happy birthday to you. Really cute picture. And then celebrating birthday, there's Richard. Big tongue there. 35. Happy birthday to you. Dawn is 55. Hey, Dawn lives up in Tacoma, and her son, Michael, who's on the left, is producing this newscast right now. So happy birthday to Michael's mom up in Tacoma. How about that? All right, birthdays at KGW.com. We'll celebrate with you. Here's Chris.
Don, you have a wonderful son. He is a great producer. We are happy to have him. All right, not so happy in the morning commute. Guys, by my unofficial count, this may be fender bender number 16 of our morning drive. This one on the freeway, westbound 84, out near 148th. It looks like there's a semi involved with that, and traffic obviously very slow getting around that. The earlier trouble spot, by the way, that we have on the Banfield is this. This disabled semi has had the inbound center lane blocked for more than an hour, and traffic is still parked all the way out to 82nd Avenue. So you put the two together, and right now that trip in from Troutdale is still north of 45 minutes at this point. So really heavy there. Late on the inbound Sunset, I-5 from Wilsonville, still a 40-minute commute. This is what it looks like through the 205 interchange. And last but not least, well, the Clark County commute's actually not bad. I mean, that's normal. 21 minutes to get you in from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge. Back to you.
My goodness, what a morning, Chris. Let's talk about fun times here at KGW. We're talking about the annual KGW Great Toy Drive. Next week it starts, but right now is the time to sign up to help us collect. In fact, this is your last week to sign up to be a collection site. Local businesses, local organizations, we want you. You can sign up online at kgw.com/toy, and when you sign up, we will present to you the official Great Toy Drive collection kit.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
Here's a quick recap of some of this morning's top local stories. An arson investigation is underway after what authorities called a suspicious fire at the home of Portland City Councilor Candace Avalos. This happened early Sunday morning, shortly before 3 a.m. That's when firefighters arrived on the scene and found her home and several cars on fire. Avalos said she was home at the time, but was able to get out along with her cat. Police in Vancouver are looking for a man who they say assaulted a woman while she was jogging Sunday morning. The woman told police that a man on a bike rode up to her on Southeast 99th Avenue. She says he knocked her to the ground and assaulted her. She was able to fight him off, she says, but then he got away on his bike. So police are now looking for a younger man who was wearing black jeans and a gray hoodie. Starting this Saturday, November 1st, Heretic Coffee Company on Southeast 28th in Southeast Portland is offering free breakfast from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. for anyone who may be losing their SNAP benefits because of the government shutdown. They made a post on social media saying, no proof needed, no questions asked. All you have to do, they say, is ask for the SNAP breakfast. People can also come back to Heretic Coffee each day until SNAP is reinstated.
And your weather forecast, boy, what an early morning we had with heavy showers coming and going. That activity is now drastically reducing. So we have fewer showers as the day goes along. Basically, will gradually become just mainly dry, partly cloudy, and 56 degrees today.
Unofficially, 16 fender benders or crashes across the freeway system or on major arterials this morning. That is actually a disabled vehicle. That's a semi on the westbound Banfield, just inside of Hollywood. The drive on I-84 is still really rough. 46 minutes, guys. I'm giving everyone a hall pass this morning to be late to work and school because the drive has been that bad.
Jeez.
That's tough. All right, one last story to get to. It is Halloween week, and some kids in Northeast Portland's Roseway neighborhood celebrated a little bit early with their little annual Halloween costume parade they had. Kids gathered in Roseway Parkway to show off their costumes and parade around the neighborhood. Cruella DeVille was
Yeah, that was a good one. That's a good costume. I would assume, Chris, that because you have the young kids still, that you will be getting dressed up at some point this Friday.
They have had their costumes for more than a month.
How about you? Are
We've
you
got
going
a princess and we've got speaker man, and I'm gonna. Well, judging by the forecast, I might just go in a trash bag and pick up the pieces of candy that get eaten.
Fair
on the
enough.
way. Yeah.
You're not getting dressed up this Friday.
I don't know. I might on Sunrise, but Friday night I'm the guy that's at our house that opens the door and hands out the candy.
You look like a full-size candy bar guy.
We have a pretty good spread my wife puts together. Yeah.
Everyone head to the Hill House for the full-size Snickers. Hey, that does it for a Sunrise show on a Monday morning, but we are back at it tomorrow morning, so we hope to catch you starting at 5 and wrapping up at 9 right here on KGW+.